There we go. I can record on this side as well, so I'm gonna get started. And it's only just because, I mean, I know a lot of people have already seen Super Mario Brothers, so it's like, why not? It's fun. I love this game. Not as great, not as good as like the later games, but I mean, it's still solid on its own. And I could do that. If you do the, if you get like a mushroom or a flower and that's your next power-up or something, and you're about to fall down on it, you can hold the jump button as you're powering up, and you'll get a slight extra jump out of it. It's actually kind of cool. I think only one time it's actually saved me. Every other time it's just like something I showed off. Am I going to warp in 1-2? Part of me says yes, because I'm not streaming for very long, but part of me wants to just kind of go for as long as I can, and then I'll just pick it up another time. So we'll see, we'll see. I thought about doing this on Twitch, just kind of do like a retro night, where I know I do, I know I play a lot of Nintendo stuff. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not going to warp. I'll just keep going. But, where I would just, like, play through games like Sonic, or how I have Smash Brothers every now and then, or I'll play something modern. Think about just, like, playing through some NES games and just kind of seeing if I can beat them. There's, like, a very short list of games that I can beat on the NES, but it's like, you know, try to go through as many games on the NES thing, NES games on Switch, like, try to go through as many of those as I can. I know there's stuff like Ninja Gaiden that I've I've nearly beaten, but it's just really difficult. And then there's stuff like Crystalis, which is a game I grew up on, or I didn't play a lot of it, but I played some of it, and it'd be interesting to see how far I get in those, or maybe try to beat the game. Damn. There we go. There we go. That's that jump I was talking about. Is this? No, it's a little bit further down, actually. Now this... No, it's up there! Damn, okay. There's a coin heaven up there, which I believe that's what they're called. Actually, no, it's up there. But still, I'm gonna avoid those. I don't really think I'm gonna need them until, like, maybe World 5 or 6. Probably either 6 or 7, actually. So yeah. It's funny, I run a Sonic the Hedgehog channel, yet I play a lot of Mario. I've played a lot of Mario games. So it's like such a weird, like, it's a little weird just because, like, I've played so much Sonic over the past 2.5 years. And then I go to something like Mario and it's like, oh, this is like, it's still familiar territory for me. Like, Sonic isn't as familiar for me as it comes off. Like, for something like how I play in Sonic 3. Oh, okay. That's something that the NES Switch Online does. You get some graphical glitches. But, with something like Sonic, I get, like, for how I play in Sonic 3 Knuckles, that one, I just worked at that one. Because I didn't really grow up with that game. I just only played it. You like retro games? Awesome! I love retro games. I'm not great at all of them, but I'm good at a few. A lot of the common ones. And then other ones, it's just more of I played until that game is beat. Like, I have the Castlevania collection on on Switch, and oh boy, Castlevania 1 is quite an experience. Like, I don't really care too much about playing Super Castlevania 4 or something like that. Oh gosh. But playing Super Castlevania 4 because I've beaten that game already. It was like the first old school Castlevania game I beat, or the first one that came out before the Metroidvania or Igavania style. Like, it's the first one I played before the first of the earliest game that I've beaten in the series. So, like, I've beaten Symphony of the Night, and that might actually be about it. I think I've only beaten 2 Castlevania games. Wish Nintendo added new games to the list. I mean, to be fair, they added Super Nintendo games, which is like, okay, once we add these, they're not coming out as much as you'd think, and I'm guessing because licensing is a bit of a pain, I would assume. And the reason we were getting new games each month, because they're NES games. They're not as, shenanigans! I'm calling shenanigans on that one. That should have loaded a lot earlier. But it didn't. Okay, well, we can go to World 3. I actually like the Mario All-Stars version of this a little bit more than I do the NES one. It's really cool. One thing I wish the NES let you do, I wish it would let you rebind your controls. Instead of just saying, oh, you could use, like, this other way to kind of make it a bit more comfortable. I would prefer, like, just being able to rebind the face buttons, so that way I can have the most comfortable experience possible with, like, running and jumping. So I'm currently holding it like this. Though it'd be nice if I could just have it like a normal game and have it lower. It's not going to throw me off, so I'm fine. We're only doing that for the power-up. There's normally a 1-up somewhere around there. Can never figure out where it is. Hit that, hit that. I've actually missed that jump before. I felt pretty stupid afterwards. I vaguely... Oh, no, I know this level. Like, the first 4 worlds, I'm fine with. I know them mostly. Also, that flickering, that, to my knowledge, doesn't happen on actual hardware. But then again, I haven't played on actual hardware in a long time. There we go. Do that, and do that. Oh, dang. Well, took a hit right there. Which is not ideal, but okay then. Nice so far. It's only the first 3 worlds. These are like the most familiar levels to me. Everything after World 4 I'm just like not too sure with, and World 8 is just... It's always up in the air with that one. This, I'll have to be a bit careful when I play. Those like to do whatever they want. And then with this, as long as I can damage boost, I'll be fine. Come on. Or I could just do that. Alright. I'm doing good. Again, these are the most familiar levels to me, so... Again, once I get past World 4, that's when everything just might fall apart on me. This one, I know too well. Like that. Like, this was one of the games that I would try to play as fast as I can. Not really speedrun, because I can't speedrun. Those players were good. I think if I warp, that's an extra, that's a 1-up. could hit that, or I could just keep going, because it really doesn't matter. The one pipe that I was at that took me a little bit longer to reach, that actually has a power-up, but since I'm already fully powered up, I'm fine. Yeah, just can't wait for the second half of this run to be just like a complete disaster as I fall apart on like World 6 or something. Which is usually where it happens. I might try to cheese this by going over the top because it's some pretty obnoxious platforming. I don't like it. Also, I'm big. Why can't I do this? It's like, why not? Hop over, hop that, hop this, and then I think I can only go so far up until I get to, oh, that's trouble. I think it's after this one, then I have to go into the, I actually have to take this lift down. Because the end of the level is right over here. Like so. And if I kept going, I would have gone to World 5, but I don't want to go to World 5. At least not yet. I'll go to World 4-3, or 4-3, then I'll go to World 5. I like the mushrooms in this. I like how it looks. At the time, it made me, when I saw it on the Super Nintendo version, I was like, wow, this is so cool. I wish there was an entire level that had these platforms in it. And then New Super Mario Brothers comes out. I mean, it took like... took years before, you know, that wish came true, but hey. Why not? We'll do that. I'm gonna tell the Discord server so they're not like, oh, you're still playing COD. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. I think this is the one where I have to... Wait, no. I think it's low, then it's medium, then high. At least I think that's how it went. Nope. It's high, then medium, then low. Like, if they despawn before they're supposed to, then you know that you're doing the wrong thing. So I go low, and then I think medium. It's something like that. There we go. And that's the end of the level. That's the whole thing. Bye, Bowser. I think Super Mario The Lost Levels actually does it where you have to do, I think, 2 sets of those. It is annoying, obnoxious, but it's interesting. Oh, that could have been a 1-up. I do that all the time, but if you hit the if you jump on the Koopa shell and then you just kind of kick it, you could actually score a 1-up on there. On the Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels version, or not Lost Levels, but All-Stars, my brothers and I figured we could just do that until we get 128 lives, which was the maximum. I don't remember if it actually maxed out at that or went any higher than that. So, yeah. I don't remember exactly how far it goes. I think it was 128, and then afterwards, it wouldn't go any higher. Or it would go higher. Dang. Alright, that happened. I thought I could make that, but collision's different on this game. So I can hop into here and hit that one for a power-up. Now I gotta figure out how to get past... Never mind. I figured it out. I just had to go for broke on that one. Yep, first death. Oh, it's that one up there, I think. Alright, well, now I know. Thought I was gonna do that thing where it just goes all the way to the lowest one. It's like, oh, I hate when it does that. And that's it for my opportunities with that. There's a power-up in there. Can't, too risky to go for. right there. Instead of going on the pipes, just hop up here. And get way too close to comfort and just snipe that dude. Where am I at on time? I've only been doing this for about 15 minutes. That's not too bad. I've covered like half the game. If I do this... Oh, and this is one of the things that was done in Super Mario Brothers, just to make it slightly harder. They just recycle the level and give you bullet bills. And I think they shortened the they shortened the platforms. Oh, I'm so glad I can avoid that. Done. I am good at the Mario game. Up to this point. I think 6 and 7 are my trouble spots, and then 8 is just a nightmare sometimes for me. Oh, shoot. Nope. Mm-mm. Here, I think I can get away with going up. No! Wow, I have never gone for a weak jump like that before. Okay, well, now we gotta be smart, otherwise I'm getting a game over. So I can go on here, and that does next to nothing for me. Thanks. So that's 2 deaths so far. And I'm currently on World 6. And I barely remember this world because I don't go through it very often. Oh, I hate these ones. You see a lot of spinies in this one. That just tends to be the overall theme. Dang it. Good at Mario games only. Nah, it's just... I'm just okay at these games. I don't... It's just one of those things where I grew up playing them, so I just knew so much about them. I was more into Mario when I was growing up instead of Sonic. I know that's kind of shocking because of the content that I make on YouTube, but it happens. I just saw Sonic as something interesting to get into, and Mario was just something that's so familiar to me. So, that's pretty much it. And then I guess I would go through the extra world, but does it really matter? Wait. Dang. If anything, I might save state and come back to it. And try my hand at extra world, though I have a feeling it would just be more or less the same. Or I could try Lost Levels. I've never beaten the original. That would have been the power-up that I needed. That actually would have been the power-up that I needed, so that way I can have a flower. That's a coin heaven. Can I make that jump? Oh, I could so make that jump. I didn't even have to measure that one. I could go for that. This, I'm concerned by. There we go. And then maybe if I do Lost Levels afterwards, I could go to like Mario, like American Mario 2. That'd be the interesting one. I've never actually beaten that game before because unlike original Mario, or like this Mario game and Mario 3. Mario 2, like, American Mario 2 is really hard. Like, when you get closer to the end, because they just try to hit you with everything. Right there. This might be the same as... Yeah, it's the same as the first one, but they give you, these fire sticks everywhere. Koopa Shell right about... Oh, no Koopa Shell? Okay, cool. This one, they just really go overkill with fire sticks. But, if you can get past them, then this is easy. Until you realize he's got a freaking... He's starting to throw hammers now. But, yeah, just keep the fire ability, you're good. So we have World 7 to go through. In case you need it. Oh, I'm so glad that actually worked out in my favor. Can I bank that? Can I bank that? No, I can't. Damn it! Alright. Come on, go away. Get out. Where is it at? It's in one of these. Apparently not. Alright. Well, life just got a little bit interesting. Damn, I was hoping to make it through through that and then just jump immediately so I could just keep going. Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. I got one life left, so if I mess this up, I think I'm done, unless I know the code to, there's a code that you can use to restart, or like, kind of a button combination. And I don't know it, but it's the end of the level anyways. What? Okay then. He's doing animal abuse. He's committing animal abuse. Oh, there's a water level. It's the same as, I think, 2-2. Yeah, it is. It's the exact same thing, but more enemies, more obnoxious enemies, more of these bloopers. And I think the amount of cheeps on screen, it also kind of goes up. Whoa, my jump button did not work. As long as there's nothing that meets up with me up here. Alright, we good. Oh boy. I think if I make it to 8-1, I'm going straight for that, that 1-up. There's a 1-up pretty early on. And I need to go for it, otherwise I'm screwed. Oh, it's this kind of level. Hooray. What? Oh, God. No. Oh my God. Alright, I did it. So now I have something for 7-4. But then after that, it's like, I gotta do this all in one run, otherwise I'm done. I think it's bottom, middle, then top. And I go up here, get the middle up, and then I go through the bottom. On top, middle, then up the top again. There we go. I can't exactly hear my game, so that's why I'm just being very cautious as I screw it, just damage boost through it. I can't hear my game, so it's like I can't hear when the when Bowser's shooting fireballs. But in this, I have to be able to go through it and get power-ups along the way. Otherwise, I am not gonna be able to go any further. Like, that would be it for my game. So there's a 1-up in here, and I need it. It's not in here, but I have an alternate idea. I have a plan. Go in here, collect coins. So I now have 2 lives, so I have to get this done in 2 goes, but I think I can do it. And from here, it's just don't screw up until, well, don't screw up at all. I have myself a second chance at this, but I'm gonna let that one just kind of just jump in. Right about whenever it feels like it. You can really just survive the whole thing. You can hit that. And then just run through this entire sequence. Hit that one. Hope I hit this just right. Yes! When I was younger, that jump took me so long to get right. And then if you get a game over, if you weren't playing the Super Nintendo version, you had to start all the way at the beginning. Sorry, I just freaked out for a moment. And now this one, I don't have any power-ups, so the first power-up I see is like halfway through the level, and I need to pick it up. What sucks is that I have to deal with this. Hit that. I can follow this to the end, because that's another 1-up. Keep the faith that one. There we go. Trying to be as careful as I can be on this, because there we go. I needed momentum so I can get up there. If I didn't have that momentum, screw it, just get over. Just get over. My thing is that if I didn't get the momentum for that, I would be really out of luck. Now this level for sure, I can get the fire flower. I just need to make sure I get it. Otherwise, that's it. 8-4 is gonna be the most difficult level. Even then, there's a high chance of me losing my fire flower by the time I get to the area that I need at least something for it. So I hit you. I hit you. Please hit the middle one. Thank you. And if I can keep my fire flower through the last 2 levels, that'll be it. Because you can knock that one out. There's another one. I think there's a... Okay, piranha plant. And then that one. then that one, and then if you stop here, get some coins. In Lost Levels, this isn't covered at all, so it kind of just ruins the illusion. I'm super nervous on this one, but I think even if I died there, I can start over from the very beginning of the level and just get my power-ups back. But we have 3 lives, and we have a full power-up, so my plan is just a one and done, go in and just get it right there. But anything can happen, especially this late into the playthrough. I go in here. You have to go into some specific doors, or pipes, otherwise you're starting the whole thing over. I know some people could do like I know there's like task wall jumps that you could do. I don't know any of those. And this one, where all the cheaps are going to be jumping out. But that's taken care of. Second to the last room. And try and snipe all these things. That's actually not good. There we go. We did it. Alright, let's see if we can get this. I will fight you, Bowser. What? Run! None of that made sense. I threw a fireball. I saw nothing, and I got hit by a fireball as well. And then a hammer that I was trying to damage boost past almost comes back at me. And that's Super Mario Brothers. That is the entire main game. There is an extra mode that makes it harder, but I might leave that for another time or might not get to it at all. Anyways, that's what just happened. We won. We got our epic victory royale. I don't know. Ew. And that's the game.